Good morning. Friday, November 15th. Bear with me, I'm still waking up, but I got some thoughts the past few days about a video I want to do right now, so I thought, let me do it right now. So, this video is going to be a little different than I think I've ever done before. It's going to be very personal, and as I usually say, if you get one thing from it, I am happy. So a few years ago, I had done a video with an ex, and I knew that Outdoor Physique was going to be the last in the trilogy, this last fitness book. And I thought, how cool would it be to do a fitness book, something that's forever, with who I thought at the time someone I was probably going to marry, wind up with. I thought it'd be very cool. So we did a video talking about preliminary ideas and things like that. And whatever, it didn't work out. It's all good. Here's the point. The point is, here I am all these years later with the complete book, just about ready to drop, to be put in stores and published. Someone recently asked me, ooh, I bet you can't wait for her to see it. It doesn't matter. What matters is I have completed what I set out to do, be it with somebody or alone, which at 44 I have found to be the case in my life, that I'm the one who cares the most about a goal, and that's cool. I'm the one that I'm relying upon, and I'm the one that will get it done, with or without somebody else. It happened about 1997. I had retired from bodybuilding competition. I was writing screenplays, wanted to break into movies. I had a friend I had met, and at the time we were big into mafia type movies and history and stuff like that. We were gonna write a film called Our Thing. A few months in the project, for whatever reason, he bailed. He didn't want to write it anymore. I was initially upset, and I said, I'm gonna complete this with or without you. I finished it. I finished, I think, 2 or 3 drafts of it. It never got sold, it never got produced, but the point is, over in my living room, it sits with my other scripts, the other things that I did complete. And that's what I'm talking about here, is motivation and completing something, taking things through to the very, very end, which I feel we have lost in society today, just my opinion. Be it completing a book, and I'm not even talking writing a book, reading a book, be it completing a video game. I'm in school now, be it in school and completing a course. What I'm talking about is, for me, dropping a course is not an option. It once was, when I really, how do I put this? I don't want to say I didn't care, but I cared more about writing and bodybuilding and certain things at that time in my life. Aborting or stopping something for me is not an option if I've undertaken it and I've cared enough to put something into it. And the other day, a good friend of mine asked me, when I get ripped for these books, I must be starving. And I said, yeah, I am, toward the end. He says, how do you do it? And I said, I do it because it's something I have put my mind to, and often my mouth. If I say something on social media, I'll often do this to keep me locked into something. If I say I'm getting ready for something, I have to do it. I care about how I'm perceived and my word, because that's all I have got, my word. So if I say something, I do it. So I do put it on social media or tell people. And I tap into, I told him, an anger that I still have, that I can internalize and utilize to help get goals accomplished. I still think about when I was a kid and I was bullied, or maybe when I was picked second to last or last to be on a team or whatever it was. I remember I tried out for football as a youth. I couldn't make it. I was scared every day I went there. I hated it. I remember one time, I didn't even know you had to put a belt on. This is a true story. The football pants, and my pants were falling down as I was running. And I got laughed at, and it was terrible. In fact, I would never want to grow up again. That's a whole other subject, although I do miss my parents and obviously certain memories. The point is, I remember these things, and they make me angry, and I can utilize them in a positive way to get goals accomplished. I'm extremely excited. I have things I want to say at my speech for Outdoor Physique, which will be at the Augusta, Georgia Barnes & Noble, January 11th, Saturday from 2 p.m. on. I'm really excited. When I work out now, and especially when I'm doing cardio, I envision getting up there and what I'm going to say. And I realize no one is going to care as much as me. People will care, I hope, and people will get something from it, I hope. But I play various songs because this time I want a song to be playing my intro to when I get up there and say what I have to say that I've been holding in for all these years. And a lot of positive things, a lot of good things. But I mean, I've been holding on to this stuff and I want to let it out and in an appropriate professional manner and speak about getting goals accomplished and passion. And I learned as a kid, and I didn't realize it till years later, but check this out. We've all seen the Rocky movies. I think they're incredible movies, be they realistic or not. And I picked up as a kid that, no, I wouldn't be a championship boxer or anything like that, but I picked up as a kid it's possible if you really want something. And what I got from those movies, and the true story behind them, of course, Stallone was starving and wrote the Rocky film, the first draft in 3 days, the rest is history. He was so poor, if you don't know this or not, from what I've read and heard, he had to sell his dog. Butkus in Rocky 1 is his real dog because he was so poor. He bought him back for an astronomical amount of money, but he got his dog back after Rocky, it became Rocky or was going to get made and so forth. So I always got from those movies, if I applied myself really hard, that I could get goals accomplished. It's a lesson I got as a kid. I got it from Luke Skywalker, a fictitious character, of course, but if you work real hard, you can have it. I got it from Superman, of course, an alien endowed with special powers that none of us will ever have. But I got, if you work real hard and you believe in yourself, that you can get things accomplished, period. And I'm being serious. So, what else did I want to mention? The big thing here is to finish what you start. I'm on the precipice of finishing that which I began in 2013 with Peak Physique. And that book came out in 2014. And then in 2017 was Complete Physique. 2 books about transformation, body transformation in the gym. Getting ready for an event, a wedding, a reunion, whatever it is. Getting back to how you used to be and perhaps even better. The latter book, Complete Physique, about how to adhere to that lifestyle. But now I'm in a whole other realm. I've made myself uncomfortable. I've gotten out of the gym because I had to. Preparing for the photographing of Outdoor Physique, I had, my back was hurting. I was having, not injuries, but a lot of things were hurting. I had to find a new way in which to train. And I also said, listen, dude, there's a lot of body weight books out there. How is yours going to be different? Besides from the fact it's a trilogy and that's pretty catchy, that's kind of cool. And I came up with a way. And I will talk about that soon. I don't feel it's the time yet. And I will demonstrate that in a video, as I said in my last video. And I always keep my word, and that's going to be coming up soon. So the other thing is, it worked out very well because I was fortuitous that I was able to acquire Daniela, a wonderful talent. She's a real-life yoga practitioner. There's a yoga section in Outdoor Physique. She modeled for the book. So in retrospect, it worked out very, very well, perhaps far better than I originally anticipated when I had thought I was going to do this with the next. So if you're getting anything from this video, finish what you start, even if you have to do it alone. And believe me when I tell you, you can finish what you start if you really, really want it. It comes down to passion and how bad you want it. And I've just always been able to channel how bad I want things. I don't like team sports. I couldn't play football. I love the sport of baseball, but I don't like being reliant on other people. I don't even train with anybody. It's not because I'm stronger or better. You can always learn from somebody, but it's because I can't tolerate if someone's late to a training session or if they're not putting their all, or it turns into a talking session. No. We're there to work and get it accomplished. We can talk during cardio or between sets or when it's done. So at the end of the days, and I think about life a lot, especially after losing my parents, and I want to live with no regrets and having given my all. And it's persistence, it's stubbornness, it's a little bit of luck, it's all that yes, these books of mine, every book I do gets published, and I'm very, very thankful, and it's an amazing thing. Having said that, I have, I think, 9 screenplays and a TV show. I wrote a TV show Bible, which is the character bios and everything, and the arc of the show, and 3 episodes, I believe. I have all these scripts that never got produced. And I'm still happy I wrote all those scripts. I'm still happy of all the work of all the years that I've done to get where I am today, because maybe if I didn't undertake all that writing, that I wouldn't have been equipped to do the books, the fitness books that I do now. My fitness books, the pictures, and that I'm walking the walk are as important as the wording. There's an equal balance. I put as much passion into the pictures, preparing for the pictures, that is, as I do into the wording. It has to be accurate, and you know, I'm not afraid to face pain, hardship, sacrifice, being miserable a lot, whatever it is to get my goals accomplished, because I can see the big picture. I also got from one of the Rambo movies where Stallone said somebody was complaining, the weather is bad conditions, blah, blah, blah. And he said, hey, suck it up, because first of all, many people would love to be in your position, and B, this movie is going to be forever. And he's right. So if you have a passion, and not everybody does, in my opinion, but if you're lucky enough to have a passion and an outlet and a way in which to enforce that passion or find that passion, life is too damn short to not try to make the most of it, period. So I haven't done anything that is superhuman, in my opinion, that others can't do. It's just that I'm the guy that found the passion of writing and bodybuilding about the same time 30 years ago, when I had various English teachers. You know, teachers are very important people, say, you know, you have a natural gift for writing. That really kind of kept me going. And then I found a natural beautification, or I was drawn to bodybuilding, not to show off or look at me or this and that. It's really not about that, but about, here's something that I was able to do on my own. I was able to do A to B, to transform myself, to get stronger, to get leaner, to get more, whatever it might be. That always appealed to me. And a quick story I'll never forget: in high school, a little bit after I had taken up weight training, we had a pretty cool weight room because of the football players. So without them, we wouldn't have had that weight room. So it was pretty cool. And every once in a while in gym class, they'd let us use the weight room, and I couldn't wait. And I had a friend in there, and to be blunt, he was dating, in my opinion at the time, the hottest girl in the entire school. And I remember she was doing the leg curl, you know, hamstrings, and he and I are standing there, and it's his girlfriend, so I'm trying not to be rude and stare, but... And I remember I was already sweating, not from looking at her, but from I was working out. And he goes, hey, Liebman, you see that there? And I said, yeah. He goes, I don't have to work out. He goes, you know, essentially, there's my trophy right there. And I said, well, I said something to the effect of, you're very lucky and perhaps my hero. But I said, working out is in of itself my trophy. And he kind of looked at me like, you enjoy that. And I don't know, I just thought it was an interesting story. I guess my point is, sometimes people find passions in different things, or don't have to earn things. I like the fact that I have to earn to have these books come out how I want, or to look how I want, or whatever it might be. I like that hard work, because nobody can ever take that away from you. So I think that was my point with that story. Anyway, I'll say it one more time. I hope you guys got something from this video. Failure is okay as long as you pick up again, okay? It's okay to fail. As long, in my opinion, as you don't quit. There does come a time when it's not quitting, however, not to refute myself, but it's a changing of the guard, of goals. After writing all those movies, I can't prove it, but one was awfully similar to a movie that came out. I was very upset. Thank goodness that I found my true calling of writing and making fitness books. So it's okay to change goals sometimes, but failure, just because something is too hard, is not something I believe in. So get busy, do what you have to do. Life is too short. You don't want to look back and say, God damn it, I wish I had tried this or that. I am 44. I have very few regrets in my life, which is a good thing, and I don't intend to have any more. Peace.